What's up, guys? It's Jojo here from Chaos Hammer, and what I've decided to do is just go through our war log for the last 102 days just to see where we've been and where we're going. So, before we used to be just a solid 20 to 25 player group, and now we've been almost always, in the mid to high 40s. So, it's pretty cool just to see how we've grown as players and as a group, you know. Um, so what I would like to do is now for our war recap. So we were unfortunately matched to an Asian modding clan. A bunch of our clanmates were like, you know, how do you know they're modding? And but when you see four of our bases just being attacked by the lowest bases that they have, just come in, do a one troop drop, and then leave. It's not a disconnection if it happens four times, and then, within an hour or two, they're able to come back and just knock us out, no problem. So, that was how it worked out, but very unfortunate for fair play clans like ourselves. So, in this war, um, we did give it a good effort, but we were not able to 3-star their Town Hall 10, and then we got their top Town Hall 9s, and then we're not able to 3-star a bunch of their mid-level Town Hall 9s, and then we're able to finish off their lower Town Hall 9s, and then all their 8s, and then their last two were some 6s. So from there, let's just get into the attacks. So this attack here was done by MGS, and it is a fresh attack, and he is using a GoHo. So what he does is he's going to earthquake that area just to open up a whole bunch of compartments, then drops 2 golems, wizards to clear up those trash buildings, and then his third golem just so that the three of them are able to get into the base. He does a test wall breaker first and then drops in the rest of his wall breakers. Drops his queen and then his king, which head right into the base. It was nice that they kind of split the king and queen into the two areas. Oh, I forgot to mention he did drop 3 hogs on a mortar that was on the outside, which was pretty sweet because the mortar, and then they also got an X-bow. Were busy hitting the golems, and so they were safe until they hit a spring trap. So when the enemy queen just died and now the king is targeting the enemy king, he's already started just 3-4 hogs per defense in the outer ring, and then in a counterclockwise direction, and so you'll see that he drops his first heal on his hogs, and then right here where there are 4 different defenses, he's going to go ahead and drop his second heal. He also was trying to protect them from a possible giant bomb in this area, but thankfully they pathed not on the bomb itself. So from there you'll see it's just cleanup. So good job, MGS. So the next attack that I will show is this one on number 3. It's also no, not this one. It's actually on number 4. MGS actually had a 6-star war, so that was pretty cool. So number 4 by KC. So with a GoVaHo, so what KC is going to do is we'll actually look at two GoVaHos this war. One is going to be, which is this one with the jump, and then the second one will be with quakes. So it's going to be no lure. So he drops a bunch of wizards to take care of all those trash buildings, drops his two golems first, his own two golems first, his queen, a test wall breaker, and then the three other wall breakers just to open up the wall. Then we'll drop his CC max golem and then the king, and then followed up by the Valks. So a lava hound comes out of the CC. He drops his jump so that when the hounds have passed that area, they will continue on. Drops a rage just so that the wizards and the queen are able to knock out that lava pretty quickly, and then drops a poison for those pups. So as you can see, the king and the hounds are already in the core. And the Valkyries. They've already knocked out the enemy queen and king, and so from there he has started his hogs. Just a few hogs on each defense. He had to drop a quick heal because there was a giant bomb there. Then continues on with the hogs, just going around the base. He has no more heals. He has these two back end hogs were pretty sweet because if they had been able to be a little bit quicker and then go in and trigger that giant bomb, it would have saved, 5 or 6 hogs. But on a fresh attack where you don't know where the bombs are, I thought it was pretty cool and a great attack, KC. So good job. There it goes. So this next attack here done by Jukes45 is another GoVaHo, but this time with the quakes. He chose to, he's going to use his wizard just to clear up those buildings while he dropped his 4 quakes. It's just a way to get some of those things done while you're zoomed in to, to get the quakes, I guess. And then he goes ahead, drops his wall breakers who open up the wall, and then his 3 golems, and now he'll drop the king, and so the king is gonna head right in and then drops his Valkyries into the base. So you'll see the king will now target the enemy king and queen at about the same time. He did drop a rage for all the troops, for the Valkyries and the king, so that was pretty cool. You see a golem triggering a double giant's bomb set, and now the hogs are coming in from the top. He's deployed almost all his troops. He has one more wizard that he'll probably drop for cleanup. He has dropped his last heal for his hogs. His hogs are getting chased by some skellies, but you'll see that he has just enough to take out. Now I believe that in this attack he's going to lose um, his hogs on this archer tower, but then this little wizard here is going to come back in and knock it out when the archer is busy hitting that golem. So his queen is still up, trying to get through a wall, and then the wizard was able to knock out that last defense. So there it is. Good job, Jukesy. That was also a fresh hit, just in case I hadn't said that. And then our last Town Hall 9 attack that I thought was pretty cool was this one here done by Surprise Pickle. He's one of our actually he and I did Town Hall 9 on the same day. So what he's going to do is he brought 4 lightning and 2 earthquakes to knock out 2 of those air defenses. He has 6 dragons that he deployed on the top. So then while they are coming down, knocking out all of those buildings, he has two lava hounds, one in the CC and then one of his own. And so he's going to deploy those, um, followed up by his loons. That was cool that he deployed the lava hound all the way from about 5 o'clock just to soak up a whole bunch of the traps and have those defenses target the lava versus target his loons. So his loons are able to head in. He has no more spells for them, but as you can see, he has his lava hounds. Both lava hounds have just popped, and now he has those last two loons that he's deployed on these back end defenses. So the CC also had a lava hound in the CC. So um, the enemy lava hound is just basically this being a distraction for the dragons. Oops, I should have sped that up. But good job, Kev. So the next attack that I thought was cool was this one here on number 20. It is Chaos Gamer T doing a 10 dragon, 5 loon attack. So he uses the Zap Quake to take out the lower air defense, and then will come in from 9 to 12, a straight 9 to 12 to take on the two remaining air defenses. So he's using his dragons. He used his king and then his dragons to clear up those trash buildings, the first layer of buildings, then drops his loons, and then will drop a rage right in between the two air defenses so that the dragons and the loons are able to benefit from that. The balloons were able to take out one of the air defenses. The dragons under rage did completely wreck that enemy dragon, and then they zipped over to the second air defense. His loons are still doing some work. And they were distracting the the archer tower and the wizard tower while the dragons were able to head over here. You'll see that one dragon will take out that archer tower, and then this very last dragon, no, this dragon on the left will take out the wizard tower and then the Tesla, no problem, while he has 4 different dragons continuing on doing cleanup. So good job, Trey. And then the very last attack that I had thought was also cool was this one here by Crisscross. It's also another Dragloon attack, but this time with he brought some loons of his own. So as you can see, he also zapped the lower air defense and then the lower right air defense, and then will come in from the same direction with his dragons. What he's doing is, you typically try to find the direction that the air sweeper is and then come in behind the air sweeper. So he drops the rage for the dragons when they are taking care of the enemy CC dragon, and then drops his loons, and then, well, no, one of his loons, and then the max loons, and then the haste so that they zip in and knock out that second air defense. So from there you'll see that there's 2 archer towers and 1 wizard tower and 1 Tesla that are able to hurt his dragons. So what he does is he drops his loons that he had still had in the bag on the back end while they are busy with the attacking the dragons, the loons are able to come in from behind and just knock them out. So there, it's just clean up. So really good job, Chris. And that's it, guys. We have found war again, and what is pretty cool is that we have found we were able to recruit a few really good attackers from our hitchhiker video that Jake from One Hive was able to come over, and so we got, I think it was about 3 or 4 new recruits, and this will be their first war with us. So we want to welcome you guys, and hopefully we are able to have a win. It's always nice to win, but yeah. So take care and good day.